Good evening, one. Good evening, all, and welcome to the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series, live from virtual Homstead-Miami Speedway and brought to you on Grid Vision. And who's bringing it to you? Well, guess who? It's me, Joe Locastro, up in the booth with Sheldon Atkins, joined as usual by Austin Derbyshire down in the truck, making it all happen and come to you live tonight. Here, brought to you by Google Earth, it is the satellite cam view, the Grid Vision satellite view of Homstead-Miami Speedway as we go spiraling in, down to take a look at this beautiful oval, this beautiful mile and a half that we are going to get to enjoy here. Sheldon, are you excited for this one?
Oh, absolutely. Everything just feels more alive when we come here to Miami. Such a beautiful track. Incredibly unique, too. I mean, this track went through a bunch of different layouts before they finally settled on what we have here. Initially, a bit of a flat Indianapolis, condensed down to a mile and a half. Then they went to just the flat oval. Then somewhere around 2003, they decided to pump a lot of banking into it, get variable banking, one of the first experiments with that here in the NASCAR Cup Series. And they hit on it perfect, which, same surface that we had in 03. Track is really worn in, allows for a lot of tire wear and a lot of exciting moments.
All right, well, let's take a look at the championship standings, as these are the guys who are going to be taken to that track that we were just talking about here. Justin Lewis is in first, Carola Steele in second, Trevor Dalton in third, Maxwell Caldwell in fourth, Ronnie Hurst in fifth, Cale Peterson in sixth, Chris Cornett in seventh, Todd Merkel in eighth, Michael Matta in ninth, and Jonathan Casabert rounding out the top 10 championships standings here. We've got, folks, a good running here. The battle for the belt continues here tonight as we are getting down to the wire to see who is going to be able to walk away with the championship. So let's talk about keys to the race. Well, I mean Sheldon. Tell me some keys to tonight's race.
Yes, so first things first, with this being a multi-groove surface, you basically just put it where it'll stick. If you think you can make a pass working the top line, you're going to take that top line. Think it's going to work better on the bottom, go low. I mean, obviously go low to save tires, but you've got options on where you can make your moves, and once the tires wear, these cars are going to fan out all the way across this surface. Number two, it's going to be all about the slide jobs. You're going to see cars get up on that outside line trying to make the most out of the momentum down the straightaway. But the thing is, when you do that, you open up the opportunity for somebody to just send it down to the bottom. It could become very problematic, though, because, some guys on the outside not going to want to lift. Might have a couple stack-ups doing that, but you want to be aggressive with the sliders if you want to get it done here today. And then, finally, listen to Peppy. Do a barrel roll. Well, actually, don't do a barrel roll, because if you're doing a barrel roll here, that means you're probably hitting the barrels, the sand packs on pit road. The entrance to pit road, very difficult to find your way into without tearing the car off. So you don't want to be too aggressive coming down, because it will end your day quicker than you can bat an eye.
All right. Well, we're not going to do any barrel rolls this time. Hopefully not. No one's going to be pulling off any of those amazing Zane Smith moves here around this track. But this time around, let's see what the picks are going to be. I'm going to go with Michael Matta. And I've got a feeling you know what you're going to pick.
Actually, I got a good feeling for Michael Matta, too. Been really consistent the past couple weeks. Been up the front. Hasn't been able to steal the deal. I think this week is going to be the week that he gets the job done. How about you, Darby?
And down there in the truck, the 16 as well. So that's now, 3 times 16.
Who did Karen pick? Did she finish it out? Oh, Karen didn't pick anybody. All right, well.
That's okay. We'll never really know who was going to win this race. But let's see. It looks like we've got some people in the chat who have already joined us here. Nice to have you. We've got some people calling for Ronnie Hurst to take first. And here we say Lewis also. We got someone saying Lewis is probably about to dominate tonight's race. So we've got a couple of people. Justin Lewis already getting some fans out here as well. Nice to have you guys joining us for the race. And very soon we'll be getting the grid kicked off here, and we'll be listing off who out of these guys is going to be going around. Here it comes, folks. Tonight's grid. Starting things off on the grid, it's going to be Carola Steele in first place. In second place, Chris Cornett. Let's see, third on the grid, Andrew Pileshi. Fourth, Dominic Botts. Fifth, Maxwell Caldwell. Sixth, Ronnie Hurst. Seventh, Jonathan Casabert. Eighth, Joshua Yarbrough. Ninth, Trevor Dalton. And 10th, Todd Merkel.
Starting off the grid in 11th place, Cale Peterson, followed by Adam Lowe in 12th. Michael Matta, the fan favorite here, starting P13 with Ryan Long rolling off the grid in 14th. Starting 15th position, it's going to be Robert Tibbs with Drew Kuhn to his outside in 16th. 17th position, starting off here, it's going to be Caleb Hunt with Eric Johnson to his outside in 18th. Starting 19th position tonight, it's going to be Terry Litweiler, followed by Justin Lewis. Then rounding out the 22-car field here, it's going to be Jacob Prince and Jacob Sala.
All right, all right, all right. Beautiful looking grid of cars here. 22 cars, front to back. 11 rows. And away we go. It's going to be 125 laps here tonight. Right now, the end of the drivers' meeting sounds like it's commencing here. And very soon we'll be getting things kicked off. Folks, if you've got picks like we've already seen a little bit in the chat, we'd love to hear from you. So be sure to chime in throughout the night with how you think things are going. If your driver is doing well, we want to hear it. If not, we want to hear about that too. Let's see what we've got in store now. Looking ahead at this race a little bit, you did mention that these guys are going to be fanning out once these tires get a little bit buttery here. Now we talk about the conditions though on the track. Let's see, it's about 80 degrees in the air, 106 degrees on the track right now. So it's already in a really rough conditions to get things started here. It's going to be a hot one.
Well, it could be hotter, though. You know, I've had 125 track temps here in the past and be open, and that's when this place really starts to build a lot of character. You know, 106 degrees, a little bit on the cooler side, but, you know, it'll be interesting to see how this track starts to take heat as it starts to take rubber as we get some laps into it. Also, we got a shout out here at the start. This is the second round in the playoffs. Got 2 more rounds to go here before we solidify the championship contenders for the last week. Only 3 races left in this bird.
That's a very good point. Very, very good point. With 3 races left, it's going to be a very heated time. There goes the pace car. We're going to get things ready to go here. Corolla Steele and Chris Cornett getting ready to kick things off. And we are go, go, go yet again here on Grid Vision.
Carlos Steele gets a good start, but not able to pull away from the 88 machine of Chris Cornett. Cornett going all the way up against the wall here, trying to rip the boards on the first lap. Looks like he gets up into the gray just a little bit, loses some momentum. Carlos Steele going to barely close. Oh, sideways on the front straightaway, the 01 machine.
Oh, no. Yellow's already out here. We've barely made it around half a lap of Homestead. And our pole position, Corolla Steele.
And the Epstein Airlines machine takes a Jet 2 holiday here on the front straightaway at Miami. Difficult start for the 01 machine. I think a lot of things would beat it there, especially hopefully not the left rear quarter panel. You see a little bit of damage to the 01 machine. See what happens here. He comes across the seam. Gets a little bit loose, crossing the seams. Car jumps out from under him. That transition coming out of the corners here in this A car can be very difficult. And you see it right there for the 01 machine.
We're going to see it one more time here in the way back machine. Tap. There it goes.
I don't think there was contact.
You don't think he tapped him? You don't think so? I thought maybe look. See how the back of the car maybe?
If anything, I've potentially arrow, but it was so quick that I don't think there was enough time for the pressure change to the rear spoiler to really set. But arrow loose has been a huge problem for these next gen cars. Get somebody up there close to that rear bumper, it takes the air off the spoiler and off the diffuser, and around should snap.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
Might just been a little bit too much wheel.
Yeah, I think I seeing it from that angle and seeing the back left there really slammed into the wall. That's where a lot of that damage came from. So, well, thankfully it was early enough in the race. We'll get a chance to see Corolla Steele come back out. The other person involved in that, I think it was Jonathan Cassaber. 73 car.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, he's also down 14 positions now from where he started.
See what happens here with the 73 machine at Castleberry. See him working the middle of the lane. Same issue. Gets loose. Car on his back bumper. No contact required, but it's enough to send that 73 machine around coming out of turn 2. Be really careful here, especially on cold tires. And that's one of the things. This is one of the things they mentioned when they made changes to this Gen 7 car. Is it has a lot more aggressive issues with the colds. Seems to get around right in front of Trevor Dalton. Dalton tags the bumper a little bit and over the 27 machine. Could have gone and backwards into the fence for Casabear. So 2 strong contenders starting behind the 8 ball here.
And it looks like the lights are still on the pace cars very shortly here. I think we're going to see them snap off, hopefully. We'll be getting things lined back up to get things going again here. We want to see a nice, strong start to tonight's race, and that's just not how things
under
have
caution
gone.
here.
Uh-oh.
94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell gets packed by, it looked like the 22. Yeah, Ronnie Hertz gets into the back of him there. First said he had a cat leap into his lap there. Did you see the contact?
Yep. Just a really solid tap there, but everyone's still rolling. Hopefully that contact is not going to be something that will lead to issues further down the road for Caldwell.
Yeah, here's hoping. But it didn't look like there was any damage, just, you know, little surprise there.
It's in the kind of spot that unless he gets into the back, if someone else gets into the back of him, there's not likely to be more damage there. It's not like the front right, where if you bounce off the wall a couple of times, you're going to eventually see something happen to your steering, just from the fact that it builds up over time. And here goes the pace car. Here we go again. Chris Cornett and Andrew Pileshi this time. Leading things off, looking for the restart zone. And we are green yet again here on Grid Vision, trying for a full first lap here at Homstead-Miami Speedway.
See Chris Cornett opt for the outside line here in the restart. Wants to have these guys clear before he comes in the corner, not having to worry about anybody pinching him. 88 machine high and wide here, but here comes the 94 machine of Caldwell with an impressive run. So we are 3 wide further in the back. Trevor Dalton stuck in the middle, losing spots. But Caldwell not able to get to the back bumper of the 88 machine just yet.
It is a mess back there right now.
Go Cook cars tag the fence in the center of 3 and 4. Everybody keeping it straight right now, but fan all the way across the board here at Homestead-Miami.
That's right. There are not really clear lines that have formed here at Homestead. Everyone is using everywhere to get around. It's 2 wide. It's 3 wide in some places. Some folks are ripping the boards, like you said earlier. Some folks are way down on the inside. But it looks like either way, everyone's trying to keep it clean here as we got eyes on the 22 of Ronnie Hurst, one of the fan favorites right now. He's down on the inside. One of the guys opting to run a little bit of a lower line after getting up into Maxwell Caldwell accidentally. Hurst is doing okay right now, sitting around 7th position. He's just down 1 from where he started, and he's one of the 2 wide guys who's currently trying to hold on to his position and maybe make the pass right now on the 16 of Michael Matta.
Hurst kind of in a rough position, stuck in that bottom lane, not able to let that car truly breathe up to the wall. The outside car is going to get the momentum on him here because just in this fixed setup, the car gets so tight working the low lane. You don't really have the ability to get to the throttle like you want. You see him now work up to the top here, blocking off the 7 machine of Justin Lewis ever so slightly. They're trying to get the momentum back into the 22 machine to try and pick off a couple of these cars. You see him work past the 77 of Yarborough here into turn 1.
Matta, that's 16. Here high on the outside, Justin Lewis is leading. He's stuck in the middle of the pack there a little bit, just trying to keep his speed up. Ooh, the yellow's out for the 2nd time, and it's Corolla Steele. Let's go to the way back machine and see what happened there. I did not get eyes on that. Let's see. Steele down on the inside, okay.
Bit of damage on the left front fender. Comes out of turn 2. Same issue he had on the initial start, just jumps out from underneath him. See him
saying his tap.
Nose first into the wall there out of turn 2.
Yeah, he's mentioning that his tires are pretty buttered up there, just not able to hold on, and it's The car got out from under him. All right, here we go, lining it up again, looking for the next restart here. I'm going to take a quick moment at the beginning of this race this time, talk about one of our sponsors while we've got some yellow flag time. J&M Group, the guys whose names on the top of the chart here. J&M Group's Industrial Services, they're Michigan's premier CNC machine tool service provider. They offer routine maintenance, preventative maintenance, geometry calibration, machine relocation, and more. And with over 80 years of hands-on experience and state-of-the-art equipment with quick turnaround times, J&M Group's Industrial Services is the best in the biz. Check it out, www.jmgrp.net. That's www.jmgrp.net for J&M Group Industrial Services. I wish I had a cool enough house that I had a need for industrial services, you know, like a big CNC machine that I could make stuff with. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, it would be nice. I think it's every boy's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like that, you know, a dump truck, train.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
there we go. And then a big CNC machine.
Our producer says he wants Gene Haas to know him by name.
Every boy's dream. Well, I think that some dreams can be achieved. I'm not sure if all can. Sorry. I'm going to get that CNC machine. You watch.
I'm just dreaming of having a Legends Oval in the backyard. That'd be pretty cool.
Having a what in the backyard?
Legends Oval. You know, Legends cars.
Oh, yeah.
Legends track back there. It'd be pretty neat.
That would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, no, I've got about enough backyard to make it happen, too, if I just get rid of the backyard.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
My daughter will think I'm the coolest person in the world in a couple of years.
Lights are off here on the pace car right now, folks. We're going to get things restarted again. Chris Cornett and Maxwell Caldwell out there in the front right now. The 88 and the 94 getting ready to lead things off here. We are on just lap 11 of 125 here at Homestead as we go into the back stretch. So we've got just a little bit of time here, but Homstead-Miami is looking good. The sun is setting, I believe, local time. It's getting late, so pretty soon those lights are going to snap on and we're going to have us a night race here on our hands. It's going to look beautiful. And if you're here along for the ride, well, you're going to get to see it. So stick around and join us, won't you? Oh, all right. You already got one for your Legends track there in the chat. Here goes the pace car, and here we go. Chris Cornett, Maxwell Caldwell, once again looking for the restart zone here at Homestead-Miami on the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. We are green yet again.
And look at the launch Chris Cornett got. They're able to clear about two and a half car lengths over the rest of the field down to turn one. As you see Pelleggi go to the outside line here to try and get past the 94 machine of Caldwell. And Todd Merkel gets sideways there in the middle of the corner and saves it. The 2 car just about stuffing it into the fence. Great save from Todd Merkel.
Huge. Just huge. I saw it, and it made me clench. Oh, it scared me. Oh, it's up into the wall. Who is that? Is that the 58, Adam Lowe? Just trying to avoid Merkel there. Merkel, I'm sure, was just collecting his thoughts after that near spin, and the 58 is just trying to get around him.
58 machine, Adam Lowe working the inside line here, trying to get past him, as well as the 73 machine at Casabear. The 73 went for that wild ride down the back straightaway on the first lap, knocked the rear bumper off of it. Looks like he's got the damage fixed, trying to make another stab at it here, working the outside line. Up into the fence for the 73 machine. That's going to open up the opportunity for Lowe to get a good run off the corner, but not able to clear up the track. So we can be side by side in a dead heat in a 1 and 2, and it's going to be Casabear with the advantage.
Casabear, ooh.
Oh, we got one around here. The 10 of Bots. Backwards up across the track, snaps sideways, still crashing, and takes the Honey Smacks machine with him.
No. At least it wasn't Golden Crisp, but still it was Honey Smacks, the number 10 of Dominic Bott's Mountain Dew in your Honey Smacks. Not what you want
Yeah,
to
Mountain
start
Dew and
your
the Honey
day.
Smacks, and Justin Lewis did something. Somebody did something unsavory in his pants on that one. So
Oh, yeah.
currently trying to figure out who left skid marks there for him. If anybody knows anything, be sure to reach out to Justin Lewis. I think it was Dominic that may have done it. As we see, turn that outside, you see that wiggle, car gets loose on him. And it's looking like it's going to be the tail of the day because this setup does not look like it's really working here. It's one of the problems you run into with fixed set series. Some weeks the car track combo is a dud.
Yeah, this feels like a lot of guys out here are fighting this track.
Yeah, you see right there, the Honey Smacks machine was dead sideways.
He was already really loose, yeah. Very loose before he even got to that situation.
Unfortunately, Dominic Bat's having a Baja Blast over here.
Is he having a Baja Blast, though? Is he really? Ooh, look at that. Ooh, wow. Yeah. Two slides before he even ends up touching him, unfortunately, there. But around and around he goes. Let's take things back live, folks, and let's see what folks are up to. Looks like it is pit time. As that beautiful Itasha car right there. Oh, okay, we're moving out.
If only we had Rat on the soundboard. Rat, round and round she goes. I got Rats in the cellar. Yep, 2 T's.
Rat with 2 T's. Ah, yeah.
Sorry, I love 80s trash Applebee's metal myself.
It's okay. I'd never heard it described as Applebee's metal, but as soon as you said it, I can hear it. So
there's a page on Facebook. It's called Everything Glam Metal, and it's hilarious. You have to go check it out.
I will. Everything glam metal. Sounds right up my alley.
Looks like the MTV logo almost.
The MTV logo, man, that takes me back to when, hey, classic content right here. Remember when MTV used to play music videos and not just ridiculousness over and over again?
I miss it, MTV, back when it was quality. I also miss the, 12-hour blocks of Viva La Bam and Jackass every day.
Well, it's all available still on the internet somewhere, my friend, so we're never too far from it.
Or the Osbournes. Osbournes were a great time.
Never actually saw a single episode of that show, I think, but I saw clips here and there. Seemed like a fun one of the style.
It's always cool when you get to see a kind of a transparent view of your childhood heroes. But I'm happy to use the pace cars getting ready to make the dive down pit road, hopefully for the final time for a while.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some green flag racing going here with Chris Cornett and Andrew Pilecki out on the front there. 88 and the 81. Here we go. Green yet again here on Grid Vision.
And had another really good start here, coming down to 1 and 2. The 88 machine slipping away from the field. Pilecki all the way up against the fence again. Trevor Dalton trying to make the outside line work as well to pick up a couple easy spots here on the initial restart. And everybody single filing a little bit down the back straightaway.
Yeah, we got a thick situation there, though. 3 wide with Corolla Steele down on the inside right now. Thiel's had a bit of a rough night. He's had 2 of the yellow flags under his belt so far. And it looks like he's back in fairly good control, though. He was down on the inside of a 3 wide situation, almost there. It was too wide, but looks like he's going to hug that white line there on the inside and be one of those cars that tries to use the inside of the track for what speed he can. Unfortunately, it's going to put him down 4 from where he started on the pole in tonight's race.
And here comes Justin Lewis with a daring dive down to the inside of the 73 machine of Casabera here in a 3 and 4. Lewis with the advantage right now. Gets a little bit of a wiggle, though. You see the back end start to step out. Going to lose a little bit of momentum down the front straightaway. Here comes Casabera with another charge on the outside line. They're going to be dead even into 1 and 2. And down to the inside to try and make it 3 wide. It's going to be the 94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell. But Caldwell not able to get there as you see a slide job from the 7 machine of Justin Lewis over the 73. It's going to put him into the spot as you see Carlos Steele get loose in front. Everybody keeps it straight here down the back straightaway. Lewis up 6th.
And yeah, Lewis himself very relieved by that. Throwing a phew out over the radio for a second. Michael Matta, the 16, up a little bit, but we're going to jump back and look at Merkel making the pass here. Or excuse me, Justin Lewis making the pass here. High on the outside of the 94. He's got the speed. Can he hold on to it? I think he does. Yes, he does. Justin Lewis now up 14 from where he started. But let's also talk about Michael Matta for a second. Our pick for the night. Grid Vision's pick for the night. He's up 8 from where he started. And he's doing really good right now, ripping the high line, it looks like here. Trying to stay up with the Joneses. He's side by side with the number 1 of Corolla Steele. Steele down on the inside. Ooh, almost slides up on Matta. Does not quite have the speed to do it, though. Is unable to finish and close the book, unfortunately. But here he's got a second chance. Sneaking up here on Matta. He's on the inside. Does he have the speed on the exit, though, to make the pass with Matta high on the outside? I'm not sure he does at this time.
Oh, and Lewis gets the door shut in his face there by the 16 machine. Stuffs up in the wall, out of turn 4. Gets a little tight, tags it again on the entry to 1. Lewis working the top line, though, has the advantage over the 16 machine of Matta, and it looks like he's going to be able to get a huge run in the back straight, which you see Matta tried to pull the slider on him. Wasn't able to make it stick, though. Knew that he was going to stuff the 7 in the wall. Backs out of it a little bit. And it's going to be costly because here comes Carlos Steele looking to the inside of the 16 machine here through 3 and 4.
Yeah, costly is a good word for what just happened to Michael Matta, unfortunately. It is going to be costly. Steele, the 0-1, down on the inside, makes the pass, comes back up on the outside. Now it's going to be a little more work there for the 16 as he tries to make his way past the cars ahead of him. But Justin Lewis still high on the outside. Steele down on the inside. Thinks he's got the speed for it, but he's going to end up tucking in behind Lewis also. On those exits, he's just not got quite the amount of burst of speed that he needs to close that deal. Let's see if he can try it again, though, here. Nope, not quite. He needs to find more on those exits. I'm not sure where he's going to find it from, but he needs to find some.
And oh, big wiggle there. Lewis, Trevor Dalton, and around goes Justin Lewis on the outside to get by him. It was a very nervous moment there. Dalton absolutely could have slapped the thing there through 1 and 2 and taken Lewis out with him. Great drive by the 27 machine to keep it straight as well as off the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, really. I'm glad that we had the view we had for that also. That was a really terrifying moment there for him. And we were able to see him drive out of it. The yellow flag has flown, though. Looks like Eric Johnson and Terry Litweiler have got a little something to say to each other potentially after this. They are the two involved here.
You saw there a second ago just how treacherous this is. You saw the big slide out of Dalton. Dalton, you know, that's somebody that we have circled as a potential favorite to win every week. And it was just a big loose moment for the 71 machine there. It gets down to the apron. It shoots right back up the track into the path of the 8 machine.
Oh, man. Really unfortunate. Let's see. Litweiler, the car gets out from under him right there. He's got no control. Bounces off the apron. Comes right back up into Eric Johnson.
And I swear, Eric Johnson has just been an innocent bystander in more wrecks this season than anybody I can think of. Just always out there minding his own business, trying to put together a good, quiet race. And then, somehow hits a roadblock, and the roadblock this time is going to be the 71 machine Litweiler.
Yeah. Well, very unfortunate there. And we're going to take a little break here, folks. And when we get back, more live racing from Homstead-Miami Speedway. So you don't go nowhere.
Proudly offered top-tier liveries that showcase your unique style on the racetrack. Elevate your iRacing experience today with a stunning custom design that truly represents who you are and your passion for racing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel.
Welcome back, folks, to the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. It is green again, and not for long. Oh, wow. I didn't even get through my opening spiel there, Sheldon.
And at some point, they'll figure it out. I hope.
It's the skinny one on the right.
Not even that. It's just the we have 125 laps in this race.
That's a good point. I can't really reduce it down to what I just said. It is probably a little more complicated than that. This track is hot. It's still these guys have, like you said, the package is just not good. Ooh, it was the 88. Definitely some slamming around from Chris Cornett there. Unfortunately, it looks like he just got into the. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like he got into the back of the car ahead of him.
He said there's a check and he lifted. I think it's what I just heard over the radio anyway.
Ah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
Ronnie Hurst just doesn't get going there, and the 88 tries to jump to the outside and check up to avoid getting into the back of him, and in doing that, the entire Jenga tower fell around him.
Wow, that was one of the, you know what's wild is that was one of the slowest speed, biggest wrecks we've had all night. And we haven't even crested 30 laps yet, so it's definitely the time for go time is here, and we need to see if we can get these guys on the road. Let's watch it from the 22's point of view. Here's Ronnie Hurst. Just gets. I don't know if he made contact. I don't think he actually made any contact with the car ahead of him. It was hard to tell. Very close there.
Wasn't able to get up through the gears, and once you commit to the throttle, you don't really get much of an opportunity to get off it, because as soon as you crack off, you're going to get run over by the guy behind you. Just a huge stack up here.
Yeah.
This comes also, for a lot of these guys, this comes from a sense of desperation. We're getting through the playoff grid here. We've had a very rough start to the race, so everybody's just prioritizing trying to get track position to hold on to the next caution, because they know the caution's going to come, within the next 10 laps anytime we go green, based on how it's averaging so far. I mean, we're only 33 laps into this thing right now, so I got a long way to go. Haven't even cracked the 90 lap mark. And we just keep ending up having incidents here, so everybody's kind of thrown out of their normal rhythm and routine.
Yeah, it sort of does start to feel like things are getting to the point where some of the drivers' normal routines are a little bit not necessarily on edge, but they've been tossed out, and it's the package, it's the track, it's kind of the situation. It's kind of a perfect storm of things that could be going wrong and are going wrong a little bit with our drive around here at Homestead. And these guys have got it tough. Like, I'm not going to try to minimize that at all. This is not an easy car track combination right now, as you pointed out. I think that this is something that is an uphill climb for anyone on the surface, and these guys especially are having to put up with it right now, live and on the air. That's just rough. Here goes the pace car. He's off. We're now going to go green again here. It looks like we are green, and it's Justin Lewis with the leap off the line. Todd Merkel and Adam Lowe right behind.
Lewis working the top line here through 1 and 2, trying to get the advantage on the back straightaway. Todd Merkel trying to recover after the big slide earlier, sitting in P3, trying for second place on the outside of Adam Lowe down the back stretch. Huge run for Todd Merkel. We see one car dive all the way down to the apron just about on the back straightaway, further in the back. But now to the bottom, here comes Andrew Pelesci to the inside of the 58 machine of Adam Lowe. Huge head of steam for Pelesci. Last week's winner trying to make it happen again here at Homestead. Gets the spot momentarily, but here comes the 58 back to the quarter pound, but checks up into 1 and 2. That's going to give Pelesci the opportunity to slide job here out of 1 and 2. And Dominic Batts goes to the outside, up against the fence to try and get by Lowe.
Ooh, almost gets the door closed right on his nose too. Batts just not able to get past or on the inside enough of Lowe to keep him from closing the door on him, like I mentioned. But now it's going to be side by side, the 10 and the 58, with just behind them. It looks like that is the 80, yeah, the 88 of Chris Cornett, who was, I thought for a second, going to put it 3 wide.
Looks like he's getting closer, trying to get, you see him pack a little bit of air to the back of the 10 machine of Batts. Batts gets a little loose there. It's going to give him an opportunity on the back straightaways. You see Casabert dive all the way to the bottom in that bright silver car.
Casabert's Pepsi 73. Looking mighty fine as we cross the line here.
Oh, big block out of the 58 machine of Adam Lowe there on the 73 of Casabert. Blocking 2 lanes down the front straightaway. That might not work out too well. As we see Casabert's going to get loose here. Yes, he does. And a huge hit to the inside wall for the 73. And another yellow.
And the other yellow. Of course, we got a single car down to the inside. Almost completely stopped. And we look at the yellow.
That was a 100% error. I was getting ready to call it before he got sideways. Crossed over right in front. And as soon as he does, the air just gets pulled off the back spoiler of that 73 machine, and around she goes. You're just a passenger at that point.
Yep.
Which
Physics
what
said,
that
here's
is,
where you're going to go.
What that is telling me here is a, you know, moderately successful set builder throughout the years. The back of the car, that rear diffuser is not sealed the way it should be. There's no air that car is able to rely on the back end when somebody gets to the back bumper. Normally the rear diffuser kind of helps a little bit with that, but I think the back of these cars is a little bit higher in the air than they need to be this week. In fact, you can see it as the profile of these cars work down the straightaway there, pretty high up off the ground.
That's a good point. I never really considered that from this point of view, but these are riding very high for how we would see, NASCAR running normally on a track, even on this kind of situation, especially.
Yep, compared to what you and I see with the NIS broadcasts and the OB Builders Cup stuff, this car is a little bit higher up in the air than it need to be. Because all the grip comes from these cars, from the underbody. You know, the flat floors, the splitter, the rear diffuser. And you take that out of the equation and make them rely on the, overbody aerodynamics. You got so many things that can interfere with that. Particularly, car in front of you. The dirty air effect, way more pronounced with this type of setup. But on the back half of it, that aero loose, with an open set, you feel that thing start to sway a little bit, and it might get you bad at the end of a tire run. But here, these guys are firing off with so little grip that they might as well be on 25 lap old tires.
Oof. Yeah, that lack of grip is just terrifying. I would, again, I don't envy the drivers in this situation. They have their work cut out for them.
And that's just some of the difficulties you run into with fixed set races. Everybody's on the same playing field, but the problem is sometimes that playing field, it has landmines in it.
And in this case, the landmines are the track itself. Maybe that's one of them.
The setup
yeah.
Combined with the track, because this is a track where you got a lot of load in the car through the corners. Because you're pretty much trying to gas it around here, but you're also on the edge of out of control here at Homestead too, because of the way the track surface is, the way the track has a couple spots with tunnels where it just kind of falls downward in the center. Homestead loose is a different type of loose. Like, even in open set, you still can't really dial that out of these cars too well. So, a lot of ways to bust your tail here.
And we've seen quite a few already.
Yeah, we've seen about 100 ways to die now.
Just about. Down to the inside, up to the outside, into each other.
You dumb ways to die as well.
Yeah. just spinning out when there's nothing there to challenge you but yourself. Right now, here on the front line, leading things off, it's Todd Merkel and Andrew Pileshi. Merkel's up 9. Pileshi's up 1 from where he started. As the pace car gets ready to make its way off the field, there he goes, and we are getting ready, folks, to restart this race. And there it is, the green flag. We are green yet again here on Grid Vision.
A good start here for Todd Merkel. Gets clean air, gets down to 1 and 2. Good and well. First guy starting in the lead that is working the bottom, though. You see Pileshi working the outside line here, trying to get past the 20 machine of Kel Peterson down the back straight away. And these two, your most recent winners here in the J&M group.
Yes, sir.
Is 3 wide, a little bit further back. And I feel bad for Justin Lewis. He came into this thing, one of the hands-on favorites based on how well he's run on tracks like this all year. And he's just been kind of stuck in the middle of dodgy situation after dodgy situation every one of these restarts.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Lady Luck has just got to be on your
side. Oh, Cornette almost loses it.
Not been happening. Oh, yeah.
And down to the bottom, here comes Andrew Pileshi trying to make a move on Todd Merkel for the lead.
I think he's got it.
Working the bottom lane through 3 and 4. Going to pull up in front, throw a slider on the 2 machine. Andrew Pileshi, now your race leader here at Homestead. Here comes Cale Peterson to the top.
Cale Peterson trying to use the outside line. He doesn't have. This is not the track where you can get a lot of help, from what I can tell. So it's something where, you know, if he's going to use that outside line, there's going to be something that he knows that other people don't know, or he's just driving it in a different way, or something. But it looks like he might be closing. I'm trying to take a look at the numbers right now. And right now, we've got cars still riding the wall. We've got cars still riding
sideways
the white
almost. The 20
line.
machine of Cale Peterson.
Uh-oh.
Loses a whole bunch of time there. The 20 almost going around through 1 and 2.
Well, let's take a look at the Wayback Machine. See what happened here.
Did work at the outside line here. Comes over that little hump in the center of 1 and 2. The back end steps out from under him. You see that just rolls over into the right rear tire, almost snapping. 20 machine of Cale Peterson, lucky to be alive to tell the story though. But now he's got his hands full because he's mired deep in traffic right now as the 27 machine of Trevor Dalton tries to get by him.
Here comes 20, Cale Peterson high on the outside. The 15 of Robert Tibbs on the inside right now. Tibbs is going to fall back a little bit. Lowe is going to make the pass there. Excuse me, Tibbs is going to try to fight Lowe for the position, but we'll see how that fight ends up.
Oh, Pearson almost loses it again, hard into the wall out of turn 2, and around goes the 15 machine of Tibbs.
Tibbs is around, but he's not down yet. Still driving. Points it back at the pack, stays on the gas, keeps it straight back enough. Let's see if he can make this turn.
Pearson
Nice
just
done, Tibbs.
And Pearson is just falling off of a cliff with these tires. A little bit of a wiggle through 3 and 4 there that time too.
Whew. What a race. At this point, yeah, things are heating up here. Tibbs has got an amazing save. Still thinking about it.
Up at the front of the pack right now, up to a 7/10 of a second advantage is Andrew Pileshi over the 88 machine of Chris Cornett. Pileshi working the bottom line, both ends of the track. Cornett kind of tapering to the mid lane on that first seam. Going way up against the wall here through 1 and 2, trying to make something happen. And Todd Merkel holding on in third place, putting together a pretty good run here.
That is a good run. Oof. Eyes on right now, actually. Sorry about that.
No, it's a run that Todd Merkel needs to, because it's been a really rough couple months here for him in this series. You know, it's had a lot of pace. Pocono looked like a track where he could have absolutely won it. Wasn't able to get the job done. You know, it looked like he was going to come back the next few weeks with a lot of strength and just kind of got caught up in everybody else's mess. Said that he's tired of being the hard luck driver here this year. But things just have not worked in the favor of that 2 machine. 50 laps on the board, sitting in third place. Tonight would be as great a night as any for him to be able to turn that program around.
I'd love to be able to say that that was going to happen to him. That would be really great. Having a technical issue here.
See Michael Matta going at it right now. Cale Peterson here down the front straightaway, up against the outside line here. Pearson shoots low through 1 and 2. They're going to be side by side in the same groove here, just about, at least in the same seam. A big wiggle out of the 20 machine down the back straightaway again. But Matta not able to find any advantage over him. 16's going to rip the fence here through 3 and 4, try to make something happen down this front straightaway. And Peterson loose again on the bottom lane, going to lose a lot of time here, and this time it's going to hurt. Here comes the 16 of Matta around on the outside. And he's going to get the spot.
Sheldon, I'm going to pass things over to you for a little bit.
Around goes the 20 machine of Kel Peterson down the back straightaway, sideways on the inside of the track. And that's going to throw a yellow. You see right there, just a big slide. Kale's been struggling with this set of tires since we dropped the green flag a few laps ago. And unfortunately, around goes the 20 machine, and that's going to be a huge loss of track position for him. You see him trying to fight it and get the car to go back straight, and just was never able to get it to hook back. At 52 laps on the board here, working another yellow. We're going to send to another quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be back to bring you more of the racing action here on the grid.
Proudly offered top-tier liveries that showcase your unique style on the racetrack. Elevate your iRacing experience today with a stunning custom design that truly represents who you are and your passion for racing.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends.
Hey folks, we're back here with the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. We're going to get things started again here. It's Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire, the Grid Vision fellas. And here we are. The green flag is flying, and away goes Maxwell Caldwell to the start, to the front of this race, I should say. And he's taking things away here into 1 and 2.
And down to the inside, picking up an easy spot there. Andrew Paleschi moves up into third place already as he gets to the back bumper. The 16 machine of Michael Matta down to the inside on the backstretch. Door to door, trying to make another pass here to get up into second place, and it's going to work. Paleschi moving on to second. Now working in the tire tracks of the 94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell. Everybody on different strategies up here at the front of the pack. And with the pace that 81 machine has shown tonight, I think that this could very well be his race to lose. Has been dominant, the few green flag stints that we've had.
True.
You see him start to get up to the back bumper of the 94 machine of Caldwell down the back straightaway. Another couple turns, he's going to be hounding him.
It's very true. We've had a few names here up at the front of this race who have been trying their best to avoid getting into some of the stuff in the back of the race so far. We've had Caldwell. Paleshi, though, has been one of the consistent names up here at the front, up 20 positions from where he started, too. And he's just driving like he's got something to prove out there.
And down to the inside for the lead here through 1 and 2. Caldwell slides up the track a little bit, opening the door for the 81 of Paleshi. Paleshi with a really good run on the low line, going to be side-by-side, dead even down the back straightaway. Caldwell with the advantage here. Coming into turn 3, Paleshi sends it deep into the corner. Not going to be able to clear, though. Caldwell's going to crowd him on the inside lane. And coming up off the corner, those tires work into the 81's favor. He has just a little bit of an advantage, but the 94 is going to get a huge surge of momentum on the high line.
Here we go.
1 and 2. Here comes the slide job.
Oh, can he do it?
And it looks like he's going to get it done. Caldwell gets bowed up on the outside line up against the fence. Here comes Paleshi back up to the lead for the 81 machine.
81 takes the lead from Maxwell Caldwell. Up the wall is Justin Lewis, though. Wow, super close to the boards there as he is looking at the 88, Chris Cornett. Right now trying to see if he can play some catch-up. Close that gap there. The two of them very high on the outside right now versus Maxwell and Andrew, who are low down on the inside. Let's see if he can get close there, because right now Maxwell and Chris Cornett are side by side. Cornett looking to make the pass on Maxwell Caldwell. He's got the speed. He makes the pass. It's Cornett now in second with Paleshi in first, and Cornett is firmly locked on to Andrew Paleshi.
You see the 88 machine of Cornett working the top line now, trying to make something happen against the 81 machine of Paleshi. Down the back straightaway, Paleshi with the advantage here, but a huge head of steam for Cornett. And down to the inside, here comes Justin Lewis trying to make the pass on Caldwell. Down up against the paint through 3 and 4. And it's going to be Justin Lewis with the advantage, and he's going to pull out in front of the 94 machine. Justin Lewis taking over third spot, now setting his eyes to the 88 of Cornett.
Wow, this race up here at the front has become a very intense one. A race of who can keep up this maxed speed amidst the track conditions, who can really push their vehicles to the limit here. And it's been a rotating list of rogues here at the top position.
For the lead, down to the bottom, here comes Chris Cornett trying to make something happen with Paleshi. 3 and 4 are going to go to the favor of the 81 machine as he gets a huge surge of momentum up against the wall down the front straightaway. Paleshi now going to the inside line, trying to take the lane away from the 88 of Cornett. Cornett cycles up to the top lane, knowing it was going to happen. Just trying to keep clean air to the nose of the 0X Chevrolet. Now he's going to have a bit of an advantage on the backstretch. And a huge head of steam coming into turn 3. Now he's going to go to the outside here into 3.
Wow, side by side here. Almost. Nope, not quite. The 88's just a little further back now. Paleshi saying, phew, thank goodness for that. He's about a half a car length between the two of them. Not much, though, as here comes Cornett down to the inside now with a strong push. Let's see if he can use that geometry against him and make the pass.
Over the inside lane, Cornett trying to make it happen, but he's not going to have enough momentum. They're going to be side by side coming out turn 2, but the advantage going to the 81 this time of Paleshi. Huge run down to 3. And if he could just keep him making that move and burn those right side tires off, Paleshi will be in great shape. Paleshi oversteps the boundaries of the cushion, though, through 3 and 4, tags the fence a little bit. Going to hurt the momentum, but he's still going to have to drive off the corner as Cornett desperately trying to make something happen with that inside lane, but Paleshi just too good up top.
Yeah, he really is. Paleshi is putting on a show, just holding on to that top line, showing us how to use the exit to generate that momentum and to hold on to positions when they're being challenged by some racers who are really taking advantage of the inside of the track a lot more than Andrew Paleshi. And it looks like the yellow flag is out again here. Let's take a look and see who might have been involved. I see Caleb Hunt. As we are just about, and we just crossed the halfway point of tonight's race. Let's see what happened here to Caleb. Ooh, down on the apron. And it bit him.
Oh, I think we should have picked the pace car for the win tonight, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to feel like one of those a little bit. I'm wondering if that's how it feels from the driver's perspective as much as from ours. You know, it feels like a bit of a cursed track right now.
It's been a rough one.
Yes, that's true. But you know, we've got we got good company. We got our friends on the YouTube in the channel comments who are chiming in as well. I see a little bit here. Chance for let's go, Ronnie. And yeah, I think that we can make it through this one. Here we go, a front end view, or from the pace car, a rear end view, I should say, a rear end view of a front end. There we go. Andrew Pileshi, right now, the 81, finding his spot at the front of the pack. You can see Chris Cornett back there too, and Justin Lewis hanging out in third right now overall.
Goes over here talking about rear ends already.
Yeah, a little early in the race to be talking about rear ends. It's very true, but you know, these cars have just got some fine rear ends. And the pace car take things around. I think we're going to go ahead and probably get things started after the next lap. That's just my hypotheses. Okay, here we are going down. Let's see if we cross the line now and those lights come off. And if they do, yep, it looks like it's going to be 1 to green here, folks. Lap 67 of 125. We are over halfway through the race here at Homstead-Miami Speedway, the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. It's nice to have you along. Thank you for joining us here on Grid Vision. It's me, Jolo, with Sheldon Atkins and Austin Derbyshire, and we are yet again putting on tonight's race, this weekly race. For your enjoyment. We have only a few short races left in this league. This is the second championship match we've got. The second, or how would you describe it? The second race in the championship? The battle for the championship? Yeah.
Second race of the first round of the playoffs with
there you go.
Well, there only being 2 rounds. This round and the next round to decide it all.
That's right. That's right. So thank you for tuning in, folks, and you're looking forward to seeing some exciting racing. We've got some coming right up here.
A good chance to get a look at the standings here if we settle out.
That's true.
As if we do settle out.
Here we go. There goes the pace car. It's Pileshi. It's Cornett on the inside. Let's see what happens. Green flag, which means we're green yet again.
They're 1 and 2. Pileshi with the advantage. Chris Cornett trying to make something happen in second, though. Down on the bottom lane, able to hang tight with him, but falls back in line down the backstretch. Down to the inside comes the 16 machine. Mata fakes low, sends it up to the top here through 3 and 4. High IQ move here for the 16 machine if he can make it work. But gets bottled up a little bit on the outside lane. That opens the door for Justin Lewis to pull a slider on him out of turn 4. Now looking to the inside, Mata. Huge side draft on the front straightaway. Almost sends the 2 machines around. Coming into 1 and 2. Michael Mata on the bottom of the track over Justin Lewis. Trying to pull a slider himself, but running out of time. Here comes Lewis with a charge.
Yep, Mata, Lewis, side by side right now. Very, very close between the two of them. Mata now actually falling back a little bit, slotting in just behind him. He's in 4th place right now, still up 3 from where he started. Justin Lewis still up 12 from where he started. In fact, the 3 guys in the top are all over the double digits for how far they've been charging.
And 3-1 on the front straightaway down to the inside. Todd Merkel comes the 94 machine of Maxwell Caldwell trying to make something happen. This is the battle for 8th place. Caldwell all the way down to the bottom of the track. Pulls a slide job on the 2 machine. Thankfully, doesn't get arrow loose when he slides up in front of the 2, though. And he's going to tuck up behind the 58 machine of Adam Lowe, trying to move himself forward here into the 7th spot. Down to the bottom again through 3 and 4 for Caldwell. Comes up door to door with the 58 machine on the front straightaway. Tries to pull a side draft, pack a little bit of air to the spoiler. It doesn't work for him, though. Sends it back to the bottom into 1 and 2. As we see a slide job unfold from the 27 machine of Trevor Dalton in front of Michael Matta. Matta looks back to the bottom, though, and they're door-to-door, almost making contact down the back straightaway.
Almost is almost, though.
And caution.
And the caution is out. It looks like it's going to be Drew Coons involved this time. Here we go. The 21 said, nope, done racing.
Honey, I smacked the wall.
Yeah, but nothing cool happened afterwards.
On board, just got loose on the bottom, coming up off the corner. Same issue we've seen all night.
Well, let's see if maybe these guys are recognizing some of these little mistakes they're making and finding them away is like, well, I'm not going to make that mistake.
How about them championship standings?
Yeah, maybe we can get
Into
another
the
quick look at
playoffs
those.
here. There's a live standings
There we
right now.
go.
Justin Lewis at the top of the board over Trevor Dalton. Maxwell Caldwell in 3rd. 4th place, Corrales Steele. Steele falling a handful of spots here this race. Chris Cornett, Ronnie Hurst, and hang on, I can't remember where the must-win scenarios start here. Get a quick look at what the format is.
What the format is?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure there's a cutoff here. I just don't know where the cutoff position is. No, unfortunately, I do not have that information right now.
Ah, it's all right. We'll get it later. Right now, we've got some more people saying, go Dalton and go Ronnie, go. We've got cheers for multiple folks now here in the chat.
Assume it would be 4th, right? Or 5th, maybe? If it's 5th.
I'm not really sure.
Very abbreviated playoffs here for these guys this year.
Yeah, it's true.
Championship battle, so is the top 5. So get that graphic back up real quick. I'll tell you where everybody's at. Right now, sitting in 5th, it's Ronnie Hurst on the bubble over Chris Cornett. And, well, now Cale Peterson sliding himself up in 6th in the live standings right now. So this is how close everybody is right now on points. For Cale Peterson, for Chris Cornett, every point matters because they can find a way to point their way into this thing over the 22 machine of Ronnie Hurst. But if you're Todd Merkel, Michael Matta even, you're in a situation right now where you've got to win if you want to move on to the next round. You don't have any extra points to lay on, and you can't expect that 22 machine to just hit the wall and bow out.
That's right. You can, you may be able to prepare for the worst, but you should expect halfway decent driving. These guys are all trying to get to the same place without crashing into each other. So let's see what happens as they try again here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. The iRacing pace car is getting ready to get off the track here. And then we will have even more racing from our boys on the front line. It's Andrew Pileshi. It's Lewis. Good jump from Pileshi as we are green yet again.
Pileshi with a 2/10 advantage into 1 and 2 as we look at 2nd place right now. The 27 machine trying to make something happen for third over the 73 of Casabir. He's going to get the job done down the back straightaway. Justin Lewis slides himself up in second on that restart now, trying to close in the advantage of the 81 machine. This is the best track position Lewis has had all night long. What's he going to do with it? As we see Dalton send it way up against the wall here through 3 and 4, almost knocks down the fence. And 3 wide down the front straightaway, quickly cycles down to 2 wide. As you see the 88 machine of Chris Cornett trying to make something happen against Todd Merkel, down into 1 and 2. Back to 3 wide again. As Cale Peterson just trying to make something happen here on the top line.
The top line looks like the line to be in right now. That's where, or at least, you know, if there was a proper line formed, that's where it looks like it would be. Oh, is he in the wall?
Hard contact for the 73 machine. Somebody just kicked that Pepsi can down the street. See him tag it again to 1 and 2. Trevor Dalton trying to make the outside line work over the 94 Max Caldwell. And Caldwell with a perfect slide job through 1 and 2, going to take over the 3rd spot from the 27 of Dalton.
Really nicely done, actually. All eyes are on that 3rd place slot.
So I think Caldwell, he's shown to be a really good dark horse pick here in this series. The 73 machine trying to make something happen to the 27 here in the 1 and 2. Gasper, this is probably got to be the best run of the season here for that 73 machine. Bit of trouble early on. First lap, you know, goes for a spin with Corrales Steele. As we see Todd Merkel all the way down to the apron trying to make something happen to Pearson. 10 machine of Bass all the way up against the fence here. He's going to have the most momentum out of these 3. And Lowe peeking to make it 4 wide. Nowhere to go.
Whoa. Okay, hey, look at this. Here comes the 4 wide again, potentially. Right there. Oh, contact is made. Low.
And they keep it straight.
That's incredible. That's incredible. 3 wide is still a possibility here very, very soon. Looks like it might just happen. Oh, here's a wiggle.
Oh, no.
Big wiggle down there.
Peterson struggling again with that loose sensation in that 20 car. And it's not going to get much better. We saw how that went from a couple runs ago. Run on board here. Gets through 1 and 2 fairly well. But he almost lost it through 3 and 4 that last go around. We'll get down close to the bottom here.
Let's see here. Back to the live camera views here from the Grid Vision camera team.
Oh, we got one around. It's that Litweiler. It's Terry Litweiler with a big slide and up into the wall.
Yes, sir.
He's got loose on his own there.
Yeah. Nothing you can do about that except drive slower. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not drive slower, but you know.
Too much wheel.
Yeah, don't give it too much wheel. Let it drive itself.
Too much wheel. Put that much wheel into it. That means you're overdriving the entry a little bit.
And Thiel still out. This is Terry Litweiler here, actually.
See the 81 machine of Pileshi looking low, potentially coming down pit road here. No, Pileshi staying out. Gonna let these guys burn a set of tires. Caldwell goes for the fake as well. But Justin Lewis on back. Take the bait.
And here we go with the pits for the people who did decide to actually pit. Dalton, Casabear, Lowe, Batts, Yarborough, Lewis, Johnson, Princeton, Litweiler. We know why. Coming on down pit road, there's Justin Lewis. He was, what would you say, fuel only? These guys are loading fuel only in some cases here. Opting to keep the tires as is. If they're already warmed up, I guess, why not? Here comes the 81 to tuck in beside the pace car. It is ready to go. Andrew Pileshi is absolutely jazzed about this situation and just wants to make the most of it. You can tell in the way that he's just tucked in within a few feet behind the pace car this morning. Or this evening, excuse me. Haha. What time is it? All right. Andrew Pileshi, Maxwell Caldwell, yet again leading things off here. They've already led things off before. Let's see how they handle it again. It's pretty soon the pace car will be popping off and letting these guys do what they do best, which is put their feet down and rip it wide open. I want to see some green flag racing. I think we all do as we get, tantalizingly close to that triple-digit number. It is 84 laps out of 125 right now. Just about 40 laps to go in tonight's race. Here goes the pace car. We're looking for the restart zone. And so are they. Green flag, he says, and away we go here on Grid Vision.
Oh, and down to the bottom already. Here comes Chris Cornett making a bold move happen into 1 and 2 to the inside of the 94 machine of Caldwell. They're going to be close through 1 and 2. But Cornett's going to get bound up on the bottom lane. Here comes Matta trying to make something happen up to the top. And stuck in the line right now behind the 94 machine. Caldwell's going to hang on to second place here as Todd Merkel tries to stick his nose in. Cornett trying to make the bottom lane work against the 16 machine of Matta here through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, bit of a wiggle out of the 16. But Matta with the advantage. He's going to take the spot back away from Chris Cornett.
Andrew Pileshi said, nah, that's my spot.
And 40 laps remaining here from Homestead as well.
Nice even number to round things out on tonight's hunt. Merkel.
Down to the inside. Here comes the 20 machine. Go Pearson trying to make something happen against Todd Merkel. Todd Merkel working the outside lane through 1 and 2. And big slide for the 20 machine of Pearson. Just about loses it down to the grass. The car behind him goes. We see a couple cars dart down to the inside lane here on the back straightaway. It's the 15 machine of Tibbs. Saw the 20 start to get loose and a little bit of an overcorrection. Almost sent himself around, but hangs on tight now to the inside of the 7 machine of Justin Lewis. But Justin Lewis walking off down the front straightaway.
A walk-off is the perfect way to describe it. What a maneuver. Oh,
no. No, it's not. He fell off.
Fall off.
Oh, no, and huge crash.
Well, it was a perfect way to describe it. Up until that crash. Let's go on the way back machine and relive that horrific accident.
Lewis
Ooh.
Gets a handful coming into 1 and 2. It snaps. He gets into the side of the 78 machine. 78 just hard tank slap into the wall and heavy contact.
Yes, sir. Snaps right back on him.
Well, now, we know that nobody is immune to it at this point. I mean, we just watched, one of the most dominant forces here in the series this season as well fall prey to the same issues that everybody else has had tonight.
Oh, look at these camera views. This is just nerve-wracking.
Also, whoever in the chat said Justin Lewis is going to dominate this thing and walk away, I'm pretty sure you jinxed your boy.
Yeah. Oh, man. Phew.
Crazy how the two Bass Pro Shop cars found each other there.
Yeah. The Bass Pro Shop there, they just keep conglomerating like that until you find the pyramid to put them in. That was wild. And we are going to have a short commercial break, folks. And when we come back, we'll have some more racing.
Proudly offered top-tier liveries that showcase your unique style on the racetrack. Elevate your iRacing experience today with a stunning custom design that truly represents who you are and your passion for racing.
Welcome back, folks, to the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series. It's Joe LaCastro, Jolo to you, up here in the booth with Sheldon Atkins and Austin Derbyshire. We're going to kick off some more racing here on the J&M Group Series from Homestead-Miami. There goes the pace car. Here we go. It looks like it's Andrew Palesci there, leading things off as we get things restarted.
Big struggles there on the bottom lane. Caldwell not getting through the gears clean enough. A little bit of a stack up on the inside. Holds the 88 machine. Chris Cornett at bay right now at a turn two. Palesci with a decent advantage over the rest of the field, working on the back straightaway.
The rest of the field still can't quite. Ooh.
And 92 laps into this thing, Joe, Andrew Palesci has been the one constant up at the front of this field. I mean, this has to, just about at this point, this has to be his race to lose. It's been so dominant since we dropped the green flag. Great run out of him last week, following it back up here at Homestead. I mean, how are you feeling about his odds to finish it off tonight?
Ooh, I feel like the more I talk about it, Sheldon, the more I might be willing it not to happen, you know? I feel like he's got, like you said, his race to lose. He's figured it out. He's figured out some way to avoid the rampant bad luck that has been running through the field in terms of how this track can outdrive the driver, he knows what to do. And it seems like instinctively he's just got a better handle on it right now than a lot of the other guys who are on the field. So let's see. I think that my original pick of Mata, he's sitting around 13th right now. Does he still have a chance? Anybody with two hands got a fighting chance. But I think the more that we watch this race, the more I'm with you. Andrew Paleschi's got it.
And, well, Joe LaCastro just put the final nail in the coffin for the 16's hopes and dreams here. Because as soon as you mention Mata, around he goes.
Yeah.
And it's just such a struggle for these guys. It's the reason why we're seeing most of these wrecks happen around 7th place on back is because once you get in dirty air, the car gets so much more difficult to drive. And then you combine that with, the fact that you got multiple cars, turbulent air coming off of the back bumpers, making you have to put extra wheel into it to try and, get the same results that the cars in front of you are getting. You also have somebody behind you, picking the air off your rear spoiler. And all those things combine into just a hodgepodge of unfortunate events that sends you around Lemony Snicket.
Yeah, well said, well said. The 15 is scraping the wall, the fence up there. That's Robert Tibbs. He's sitting at, right now, 14 up from where he started in 6th. He is down on the inside of Merkel. Trying to see if he can make the pass, the slide. Yep, he's going to make it right past Todd Merkel there.
And Tibbs on the rebound drive of rebound drives. I do believe this is his first race in the series. I haven't seen the 15 car on track, at least that I can recall up to this date. And a really bad start, got caught up in a handful of incidents. And here he is sitting 5th place with just a handful of laps to go.
I was thinking the same thing.
As we look at the back bumper, Peterson here as he goes toe-to-toe with Chris Cornett. Chris Cornett's at the bottom, but the caution is out. I think Cornett's going to get the 3rd spot, though, depending on the scoring loop.
Let's see what happened there. What was the situation? Wayback Machine will tell us, and we'll see here. The 58 of Lowe right there, the 78 and the 71.
And you see it right there. Lowe just gets a little bit loose. And then trying to save it, Tank slaps the 78 machine, and I think it's about the 4th time the 78 machine's been caught in the fly trap. He's just going to back out for the night.
Yeah, that's Caleb Hunt, unfortunately. Thanks for racing there, Caleb, but it looks like it was a tough race for you. Ouch. Oh. And there goes Lowe.
He went low already.
Yes, he did.
And a Tank
lot
slap
of
against the
momentum
wall to finish it off.
Yeah, so much momentum in that car, too. He was really cruising.
He just gets loose there. The second 78 gets to the rear bumper. And he's not to the bumper. He's just, a couple inches back, but it's enough to pull all of the rear downforce off the car and make it light on corner exit. And that's the last thing you want at a track that is as slick as Homestead, combined with the way the banking just falls off coming out of the corners.
Back to the live camera feed here. Eyes on Paleschi and Cornett as they both get tires and a little bit of that sweet Sunoco.
4 tires and fuel. A couple cars opting for 2 tires or no tires. I imagine it's probably some no tires because I feel like a lot of these guys have probably burned through their sets with all the cautions and pit stops we've had here tonight.
We have had a lot, to want to avoid the fate of the cars you've seen go down. Changing tires might seem like a good idea.
Everybody taking what should be the final stop of the night here, just shy of 25 laps to go. Maxwell Codwell, your race leader, over Tibbs in 2nd place. Justin Lewis bringing it back up into P3 after his wreck earlier. But all these guys on altering strategies, it's going to be interesting to see how, as you would typically say, the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I might say that. I think I usually get caught saying we'll see how things go. I think that's a Joe LaCastro catchphrase. That's not very catchphrasey.
No, it's very generic, actually. That's
Yeah.
that's the Family Dollar catchphrase right there.
Yeah, I should probably gussy that one up a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think I do that. I say that sometimes too. But
Yeah.
we'll see how the cookie crumbles. Is one that I should just adopt because I do like that one a lot.
Yeah, the other ones are just very Clover Valley and great value of you, you know? I know you can do
Ah.
better. Come on, dig deeper, twin.
Yeah. I think of that Jim Carrey classic. There we go around. The lights are off on the pace car, which means you know what that means. That means we're 1 to green. And up at the front this time, it's going to be Maxwell Caldwell and Robert Tibbs leading things off because Pileshi took tires. So he's going to have to work his way back up to the front, wait for the people to get off, and go pit as the pace car is off. And we are green yet again here as we are approaching the triple digits. We just crossed the triple digits. We're on lap 101 of 125. Very close here. Ooh, doors closing, but not quite any contact made there. Back in the middle of the pack, we've got eyes on the number 8 right now of Eric Johnson next to Andrew Pileshi. Pileshi stuck behind Lewis right now, high on the outside. He's looking to get around him, though, maybe on the inside there. Not going to take the bait. Going to stay behind Lewis. Going to ride him past the 88 machine of Cornette.
Down to the bottom of the track. Here comes Pileshi trying to pick up a couple spots side by side now with the 9 machine through 1 and 2. Pileshi with the advantage on the fresher tires. Gets a good drive down the back straightaway, but gets loose. Oh, Pileshi almost loses it, and around he goes into the inside wall. And the engine is gone on the 81 machine. That is going to be a race ender for one of your championship hopefuls. Luckily, though, locked into the next round with last week's win.
Yes, he is. He's not one of the ones who's marked for the championship battle. But Andrew Pileshi.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
You remember, he's not one of the ones who's actually part of the championship battle, but he was our favorite. After, 100 laps, he was definitely our favorite to win tonight. After what was going on with Mata.
This is the first time you've seen Pileshi really have to battle with traffic. And it just comes right around on him. So at this point, there's not a car in this field that hasn't laid a goose egg at some point tonight.
Yeah, that's very, very, very true. And it looks like we've also lost Adam Lowe from the race tonight, unfortunately. So of the guys who were in the battle for the championship, we've actually only lost Corolla Steele and Jonathan Cassabear. It looks like those are the two who are who are actually part of the battle for the belt, who are out of the race right now. Everybody else in the battle for the belt still racing. And Maxwell Caldwell is leading the race tonight, and he is also in that battle. So we'll see. It's down to Justin Lewis in 5th place to be the next guy in the standings who is going to be going for championship points tonight. So Robert Tibbs, Eric Johnson, Jacob Prince, they're just the guys in between. They are in between the championship sandwich here, and they got to watch out as Justin Lewis is going to be trying to charge his way up the track.
Cale Pearson gets one more spot picked off here over Chris Cornette. If Chris Cornette doesn't gain another spot and Cale gains one, Cale will be in leading into next week, which is the final round, or the final race in this first round of the championship. And it's going to be really interesting to see how things work out when we go to Kansas Speedway next week. Or sorry, it's next week.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do a little bit of quick maths there, and as anybody that's been a long time supporter of Grid Vision here knows that math is definitely not my forte.
Well, I'm not going to make it any better.
Neither is reading or talking. Yet somehow we make it work. Darby has actually successfully generated an AI to take my position this year. This is me speaking right now. I am actually ChatGPT.
Yeah, the new model can do amazing things.
I don't know. I just gave him an idea that we're going to lose our jobs next year, Joe. So I hope you enjoyed the ride.
I did. I've seen a few of those AI channels though, and you know what? They just don't have the same chutzpah that you and I have got.
Is that? Say
Well,
chutzpah? I'm
yeah.
pretty sure I showered today. What are you saying, dude? I
Oh,
stink?
I'm just saying that we got job security. That's all.
How about that?
I mean, it's
What is
I
that?
mean, what was it? They tried to replace the kiosks at McDonald's with AI, and they're all going back to people because people are messing up the AI orders and ordering like, 1,500 cheeseburgers and throwing off the restaurants.
Yes, I'll take 55 pizzas, 55 fries, 55 burgers, 55 shake. You get the rest.
Yeah.
I need to go watch some. I need to go watch some Tim Robinson tonight.
And here comes the pace car. We are getting ready to go again. It's Caldwell. It's Hibbs up there at the front. We'll see what happens. Right now, we're about to go green, and we are green yet again here.
Caldwell with another incredible launch here on this outside line. Tibbs working the bottom here to the inside of the 9 machine of Prince. Prince slides up the track, almost stuffs Cornette into the wall. Cornette tags the fence, and around goes Prince in front of Cornette. Sideways down out of turn 2, hard contact to the inside walls. A bunch of other cars slide down with him. Justin Lewis, one of your championship hopefuls, backs it into the fence here. Your points leader.
What a bloodbath. There goes the 9 Jacob Prince around. I think that he spooked a few other cars, and that's what caused that smash up.
Bats makes contact as well. See Lewis still scored in there up at the top, still locked in for the next round. Great advantage over the rest of these guys, but definitely not getting the run he wants tonight. You see the 2 machine of Todd Merkel tore up on both ends. The left front toe knocked out as well as the left rear.
Uh-oh. Just stuck in the middle with you.
He just got tagged right there. Hard hit to the left front and a hard hit to the left rear. And he has now unlocked the Sam Hornish All-Star race car from 2009.
I'm gonna need a quick explanation of that reference.
So back in the early 2000s and mid 2000s, teams were experimenting with weird skew angles on the car, trying to get more side force, which was allowing the cars to just be a lot better in the corners, the way the air was sitting on them. So for the All-Star race, Penske decided that they were going to experiment with Sam Hornish. So what they did was they basically made the car look like it was spinning on the front straightaway because they had so much skew put into the car. And it looked great in the corners, but on the straightaway, it looked like something was broke because the car was pointing to the inside wall.
Yeah, that's insane. What a crazy experimental thing to try to do. Yeah, I can imagine the skew.
It worked.
I can see it in my head. Yeah.
No, it worked. It was one of those deals, like the Jurassic Park car that Jeff Gordon ran back in the 90s, where they experimented in the All-Star. Somebody experimented in the All-Star race, and they made a car so good that they got told directly after the race that the car is illegal next week.
Wow. That's just wild.
Yeah,
I might have to go find some footage of this thing.
I think on the straightaway it looked like it was wrecking.
All right. And the lights are going to go off hopefully next time around here, and we'll get things going again. That would be super cool. There we go. Lights are off. It's going to be 1 to green. Up here at the front now, it's Robert Tibbs and Eric Johnson leading off tonight's race. point in the race. Speaking of what point in the race we're at, I think it's going to be about 109 out of 125. I don't think I have time to squeeze in a little word for our next sponsor, but I will do that if I get a chance to very soon here. So you folks need to learn about Pinnacle Wraps. I want to tell you all about that.
You got the time, Joe. We're going into 3 and 4 here, getting ready to go green.
I could do a speed read, but I'm not gonna. I want to take the time to explain Pinnacle Wraps. I want people to understand what I'm saying. You understand? In the meantime, I'll just say I'm excited to get things kicked off again, and let's see if we can make it to the end of the race. There goes the pace car. Here we go. Tibbs, Johnson, what do you got for us here as we are green yet again on Grid Vision?
Tibbs gets a good launch there. The 20 machine sitting there, second car on the outside line. Still heavy damage to the rear bumper of Peterson as you see him wiggle, struggling with the lack of rear downforce of the 20 machine. Here comes Chris Cornett trying to thread it into the middle. Cornett, one of the first guys on fresher tires. Gets up to the back bumper, the 8 machine down the back straightaway. Cornett, this win would be huge. It would punch his ticket into the final round here for the belt. As you see Tibbs get high and almost up into the fence here through 3 and 4. That's going to give the opportunity to the 8 machine of Johnson, who we haven't talked about all day. But here comes
really
Tibbs with a huge run down the front straightaway and a big wreck behind him. And they save it.
Wow. Big wreck became a big nothing burger. That was insane. There was a lot of smoke and some turned cars, and now everyone's faced back forward, and we're still racing. Eric Johnson in second. Robert Tibbs holding on to first right now. Chris Cornett in third. These guys are lined up just a little bit here, but they are they're pushing a two-wide situation.
Here comes Cornett, going to clear the 8 machine, and Johnson gets right up in front of him, slams the door in his face. Johnson takes a look down to the inside here into turn 1. That 88 on fresher tires. I think he's going to be a little bit faster here. Building up a huge head of steam through 1 and 2. 1 point out for the 88 machine as he gets to the back bumper. The 15 of Tibbs trying to push him down to the inside. Here comes Michael Matta with a sneak to the bottom. And a huge clear. Matta's going to pick up 1-2 spots going for the lead here. But he sent it too deep. He's going to lose a lot of momentum through 3 and 4. And now Cornett's going to go to the inside.
Very close cross from Cornett there as he came around from the back of Michael Matta. Matta's up to the wall now. The 16 behind the 15. Here now the 88's in the middle, 3 wide a little bit with the slurping machine of Eric Johnson down on the inside. We're at 113 out of 125, just 12 laps to go.
And Matta takes a peek to the bottom, not able to make it happen though. Here comes Cornett with another send through 3 and 4, 3 wide for second place. This is for everything. This is for an entrance into the next round of the championship. Into 1 and 2. The 16 machine sends it high. Tibbs all the way down to the bottom this time. Matta gets tight through 1 and 2. Going to lose a little bit of momentum. Here comes the 88 machine of Cornett trying to fire back down the back straightaway. But Matta, huge drive up off the corner. A lot of momentum. Takes a peek now down to the inside of the 15 machine. This is the battle for the lead. Here comes Matta. Sends it deep in. Huge slider. Is he able to make it clear? Yes, he does through 3 and 4. Michael Matta with the lead. And Cornett around.
Cornett's around. Oh, Matta almost goes around too. Still the action continues.
Cornett loses it there out of turn 4 and loses a bunch of spots. But Michael Matta, your race leader right now. 10 laps to go for Miami. And here comes Caldwell trying to make something happen. Side by side down the back straightaway. Pulling the side draft into turn 3.
This could be the end of it for Matta if he gets caught up in that side draft and gets turned again. I don't know if his luck is going to hold out here right now with the 94 down the inside. Oh, crossover, fast move, wrecking in the back. The yellow's out.
Oh, Tibbs hard into the wall. Tibbs and Hurst get connected on the front straightaway here, and both cars worse the wear.
Yeah, that'll be third time we had a connection during that stint that finally resulted in a yellow though this time, and that's going to be a lot of head of steam lost for Michael Matta, who had just outdid himself in the last 10 laps of this race so far with his racecraft and the way he pushed himself out to the front, held on to the lead despite losing control a little bit there. He's had a hell of a run to get back up to the spot he's in. And let's see if he can hopefully, over the course of this next part of this race, hold on to that.
So close. Was he able to clear?
Oh, my God.
Just wasn't able to get to the scoring loop in time. Caution comes out. Caldwell has the lead coming into turn 1 for just a split second. Caution comes out a few seconds later. And that 16 machine of Matta is your race leader, the control car for the next restart. But now he's got to go back to square one and try to find a way to make it happen against Caldwell. But with the speed that 16 showed there, I think he's got a little more up his sleeve than the 94 right now.
I think you're right, and I think this also gives me an opportunity, to talk about Pinnacle Wraps a little bit. So, folks, if you guys are out there driving, you want to look good, right? Well, Pinnacle Wraps, they are the official custom car wrap provider for the DV8 Racing League. And with hundreds of eye-popping wraps already under their belt, Pinnacle continues to deliver some of the best custom liveries you're going to find on iRacing. Don't settle for the same old downloads from the web. Drive Pinnacle, because when you drive Pinnacle, you drive distinction. Facebook.com/ePinnacleWraps. Hashtag, once again, that's Facebook.com/ePinnacleWraps, and the little hashtag right after that.
Also, that right there, that's going to be a big shakeup in the playoff standings. Because Cornette was sitting there 1 point out, was just about in position to, be set up to make his way in. This gives Cale Peterson an opportunity, which is a great break for him because it's been a rough night for that 20 machine as he's sitting around here with heavy damage to the rear end and has basically chewed off every right rear tire he has touched today. Tough break for Ronnie Hurst, who was sitting there in 5th for a large percentage of the night, falling back into 6th. And with the damage, I think he's more or less knocked out going into next week. But next week, the final opportunity for these guys to make things happen, to move into the final round for the championship. Justin Lewis, Maxwell Caldwell, Trevor Dalton, Corrales Thiel all sitting on a good enough points cushion right now to not really have to worry about the cutoff line this week. But Corrales Thiel also giving up a lot this week, though, because sitting behind the wall with heavy damage. No chance to make any points tonight. If he has a bad week next week at Kansas, he could be sitting in a really awkward position.
That he could be. And right now, everyone's getting sorted back out to get things started again as the lights go off on the pace car. And the lights have not yet come on here in Miami. The sun is still just up enough.
And you said we were racing until the night.
I thought we were. Sim time right now is 6:07 p.m. I thought the sun would be set by now.
No, we got a ways to go for that, depending on the date that they scheduled the session in.
That's fair. It was today, September 29th.
Oh, yeah, no, you still got a ways to go. It's not getting sunset here on the East Coast until about 7-ish right now.
Fair enough.
It ain't winter yet.
Not quite there yet. Here we go, though. The pace car is there, and we are about to be there as Maxwell Caldwell and Michael Matta lead things off. Matta with a bit of a wiggle. As he gets a little
Matta,
push.
heavy wheel spin down to the inside. Here comes Eric Johnson trying to make it happen one more time for second place. Matta up the hill here through 1 and 2, just trying to get the drive up off of the corner to get himself back to the rear bumper of the race leader of Caldwell. And one car way loose on the back straightaway. That is Todd Merkel all the way down to the apron, but he gathers it up. 3 and 4 up against the boards. The 16 machine trying to make something happen.
7 of Justin Lewis back in there, almost 3 wide. The 16 is in second place. He's got to do some tough driving, though. He's in a good spot, though, to do that driving. Michael Matta and Maxwell Caldwell are at the front of this race with just 4 laps left. 5 laps to go, excuse me.
Not a good corner exit for the 94 machine. Caldwell washed up the hill. One car sideways on the back straightaway. And that's probably going to be a caution. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Cale Peterson around again.
That caution is going to put us into green-white checkered territory, I'm pretty sure.
And that couldn't have come at a worse time for Michael Matta, because 94 machine of Caldwell had a horrible turns 1 and 2 there and lost a lot of ground. And
yeah,
Matta was on his bumper with a huge run. As
just not good.
Peterson loops it again here under yellow.
That's just, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Tires
Angry
just
driving.
firmly roasted on the 20 machine. He's trying to get back up, caught up to the pack so he can pit and fix damage without losing too much time. Because he still has all that heavy rear end damage. He seems to get loose out of turn 2, slides down the track, almost has it caught, and then it just comes back around on him. Uncharacteristic night for the 20 machine, to say the least.
Yeah. Yeah. Rough and tumble finish there for Cale Peterson. And we're not even at the end of the race yet, but rough and tumble way to bring it to the end of the race, you know? You don't want to be in that kind of position right now.
This has been a rough and tumble night for everybody.
It really has been. It really has been. And Michael Matta has got to prove himself now for a third time to get back out in front of this race. He's got to get back around Maxwell Caldwell if he can. 3 laps to go in this race tonight. It's going to be a sprint to the finish if we don't get another. We might just barely avoid the green-white checker here. I think we're going to.
They do have 3 green-white checkered attempts, so be on your toes here, Joe.
I'm on it.
I think the way it's gone tonight, we're probably going to use a handful of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I can still cross my fingers, though, friend. Alrighty, lights are still on here on the pace car, so we're still going to be. I think we're coming down here to the line, though. If the lights go off, we're going to be 1 to go. Folks, thanks for following along with tonight's race. Much appreciated. We've had some of the Ronnie Hurst fan club here. We've had some cries for Dalton to take things all the way. I know that it's been a tough race for everybody to watch. But in terms of your favorite racer and their chances, unless your favorite racer's name is Maxwell Caldwell or Michael Matta, it's been a pretty tough night. So
I mean,
let's see what these guys can do.
Even if your driver's been Caldwell or Matta, you know, they've been up and down as well. It's pretty much a roller coaster here, this top 10. The only car that was really consistently up front, running great laps and leading a lot, was that 81 machine of Paleschi, and he just has one snap in the middle of traffic, and it was enough to end the night. So it's well, I can't call it. I have no idea. 8th place could win this thing before we're done here. I'm sure Todd Merkel would be happy with that.
That's true. And we actually did run into our first green-white checkered attempt here. So the race was extended just a lap or 2 here. We're going to get things kicked off. Pace car is going to be off any second. You can see how close the 16 is here to the 94. They are champing at the bit. They want to see the end of this race. They want to see the end of each other here at the front. Green flag, green flag, green flag. And here we go yet again here on Grid Vision.
An incredible launch there for the 94 machine into 1 and 2. Michael Matta trying to make something happen. Gets tight, though, in the dirty air. Slides up the track, up into the 77 machine, but he's going to be able to hold here for 2nd place. Huge run down the back straightaway, closing in on Max Caldwell. Down into turn 3, fakes to the bottom, goes to the top here. Trying to build the launch now up against the wall to make it happen. Through turn 4, up to the stripe, the 94 machine of Caldwell. Next flag ends the race, but it might be a caution. Yes, it is. The 8 machine around. No yellow.
No, white flag, white flag. I think this is going to be it.
1 and
we
2.
made
Maxwell Caldwell with the advantage now. A couple car links. All he has to do is put together 2 good corners to finish this thing off. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. It's Maxwell Caldwell.
Maxwell Caldwell taking things around the 94, followed by the 16, who's fighting hard to get there by the line. Is he going to make it? No, unfortunately not. At the checkered flag, Maxwell Caldwell sails away here at Homstead-Miami Speedway.
A congratulatory push to the rear bumper from Michael Matta to your race winner. Maxwell Caldwell just hanging on tight when it matters the most to get the job done here from Homstead-Miami as we look at a replay here.
Let's see it.
This is
Down
the finish.
To the line.
Oh yeah, this is coming to the white flag. You see the 8 machine get turned around there by Justin Lewis. Does a 360 down the front straightaway. Gets the thing back going straight. No caution though, because they were at the white flag when he got turned.
Yeah, the white flag was waving already when he pulled that sweet Xbox 360. And here we are with the 94 sitting right at the line. Getting some more congratulatory drive-bys this time from the number 2 position of Michael Matta.
Didn't I say earlier in the race too that Maxwell Caldwell is the perfect dark horse, and tonight could be the night he could get it done?
You probably did. You know, I think you did. I think I do recall you saying something along those lines, and lo and behold, he did. But you know, I'll give it to the Grid Vision team also for nearly calling the race winner tonight, and for we're going to get to talk to the second place finisher later on, and we'll see how his race went, regardless of where things ended up.
I think the cheat code moving forward is we put up a Karen's pick box there.
Yeah. That's
and
genius.
I think that'll do it. You know, maybe just give it a bat at the screen with a laser pointer or something, Austin, and we can make that work. But hand it on to you with the unofficial results, Joe.
You got it, brother. Here we go. First place, Maxwell Caldwell. Second, Michael Matta. Third, Joshua Yarbrough. Fourth, Chris Cornett. Fifth, Trevor Dalton. Sixth, Jacob Prince. Seventh, Todd Merkel. Eighth, Robert Tibbs. Ninth, Ronnie Hurst. And 10th, Justin Lewis.
Right home, P11 is going to be Cale Peterson after a rough and tumble race from Homestead, followed by Dominic Batts, Terry Litweiler in 13th. 14th going to Ryan Long, followed by Drew Kuhn in 15th. 16th place going to Eric Johnson. 17th going to Andrew Pileski, followed by Adam Lowe, Caleb Hunt, and Jonathan Casper, rounding out the top 20 and rounding out the field tonight. 21st going to Corrales Steele with Jacob Sala. Bringing it home 22nd, not even starting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back to the views of Homestead. Now it looks like the sun is finally just over the horizon, a little after the race has ended here, folks. We are going to have a little chat with some of the racers who finished tonight's race. We're going to start things off by talking to Joshua Yarbrough. Josh, can I call you Josh? I should ask probably first.
Perfectly fine. You can call me Josh. That's usually what I prefer.
All right, you got it, Josh. Hey, I don't think we've had a chance to talk to you. I don't think I talked to you yet. Welcome up into the Grid Vision post-race podium booth area. And your race you were one of the names that we didn't, I'm going to say this with as much compliment as possible. We barely talked about you all race. In a race that was so fraught with people wrecking and madness going on. Tell me just how did you feel just staying alive in the middle of that?
Man, I felt like I had a huge mountain to climb because I think it was about lap 30. I got into the back of the 10 when he spun out. Didn't mean to get into him, but I think I had 2 minutes of damage. Fixed 1 minute. Wound up coming down pit road when it was closed. Somehow just went through it to try and avoid a penalty. Used my faster pair of set of tires on like lap 40, so didn't think I took my last set till about 25 to go.
Wow. Okay. So you really ran out that middle set for as long as you possibly could. And
Yep.
yeah, you had just a little bump. You said that got you. I think we got footage of that here, or we got some footage of you going here. But what about looking forward a little bit? I don't think. You're not one of the names. You're one of the only people the only person in the top 5 who's not currently in the battle for the belt, unfortunately, but you're able to crack your way into the top 5 here tonight. Who do you think? Let's ask this question. After tonight's race, who do you think is going to take things all the way?
I mean, it's going to be tough. Lewis has a good points lead with the bonuses from the wins and the pole positions. But, I mean, if the trends are shaping the way they are, I'm thinking Maxwell might be our guy. So if I got to put money, I'm saying Maxwell.
All right. I like that. I like that very much, folks. That's the 3rd place of Joshua Yarbrough. Josh, anybody you want to thank or shout out to tonight for your performance?
Yes. First, I'd like to thank my teammate Ronnie for helping me keep a cool head. Also helped me talk through the race, just trying to figure out what strategy we had going. I'd also like to thank my friends and family, and especially my wife who likes to watch these things. You guys put on a great broadcast, so they always got a good show to watch. And finally, I'd like to shout out the sponsors, J&M Group and Robert's Pulse Crew. I think I got them on my back bumper. They're the primary sponsor of this league. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So huge shout out to those guys.
All right. And hey, I just want to say on a personal note, you always got my favorite livery every week. So keep up the good work with the good looks. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Josh, you take care. We'll talk to you hopefully up here in the podium chat very soon. You're up here on Victory Road, and we'll let you go right now. That was Joshua Yarbrough, 3rd place finisher tonight. I'm going to pass the microphone over to Sheldon, and Sheldon will get a chance to talk to Michael Matta. We'll see how things shaped up for him.
And sitting here with 2nd place finisher Michael Matta after a hard-fought P2, and honestly, if the caution would have fallen at a different opportunity there, I feel like you probably had this thing locked up as much space as you had on those closing laps before we got the green-white checkered. How's it feel to come home, though? Feeling like there's probably more on the table for you.
I needed a good finish tonight. I needed some of the good guys to have a bad night. I mean, I'm kind of back in points. I took a strategy call last week that didn't pay out, but yeah, it's not very often I have a chance to beat Caldwell at a track, and I mean, being that much quicker is insane. The amount of closing speed I had before the green-white checkered, and just not enough time at the end there. But good race to him, taking tires there, worked for him, but somehow I was faster. That's not usually the case. Usually he's a lot quicker than me.
So how big of a confidence boost is that for you going into Kansas next week? I know things are tight in points. Everything's kind of weird here at this point in the season. But, really good strong run tonight. Feel like that might bring the momentum up.
Just a heads up, I am in another race. It started at 11, so another league. But what is it? Yeah, Kansas is these guys, the only track I've ever won against these guys in a different league. The only race I've won. So I'm pretty confident going in there. I know Justin's really good. I know those 13-20 guys are really good there. So we'll kind of see. I think I need another top 3 to advance, and other people to have bad days. But we'll kind of see where we go, what happens. But it is what it is. Just got to run good.
Well, Mike, I'm going to get you out of here quick. Who all do you want to thank and shout out? And also, best of luck to your next race tonight.
I got to shout out everybody. I mean, everybody ran me really well tonight, especially Caldwell, those closing laps. A few other guys I was racing with, nothing I could really complain about.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, thanks for stepping up here with us. Go knock him down the next one. Best of luck to you, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week at Kansas.
Thank you.
And I am going to hand it over to Joe LaCastro with our race winner, Maxwell Caldwell.
All right. You got it, my friend. We'll get him right up in here, and we will see how things went for our race winner. Maxwell, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right. Hey, congratulations, my friend, on that 1st place finish, that gold medal, looking really good right now. You had a very, you know what? Everyone went up and down and back and forth in this race. You led 26 of these laps, though, and that race at the end, what were you thinking? Were you thinking that it was going to be you and Andrew Palestri at the end of this?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he had a really fast car all night. Me and him both were just kind of taking it easy pretty much the majority of the race. But we were just kind of biding our time, letting people wear the tires out. We only had 2 sets tonight and a lot of laps here. And, I mean, it's real easy if you watch to see 10 laps in, people just absolutely screw their tires. So We were just trying to be the guys to take it nice and gentle and easy, and be there at the end. And, well, I didn't know toward the end when I needed to pit. Andrew had pit before me because he had less fuel there toward the end. And I was like, okay, this is where I stay out and do what I can till I have to pit because I didn't have enough fuel. And then when he got kind of in his skirmish there on the restart, I thought, well, here's my chance to kind of do what I can do. So, good racing. I wished I could have raced it out with Andrew there at the end, but more impressed with that darn restart I had to go, I think, from 13th to the lead with those tires. That was pretty insane.
Yeah, that was a solid restart. Really, really well done. And then it was you and Michael Matta there at the end. Matta chasing you hot on your heels there at the end. It was, I think it was only as we were talking to him, we mentioned it felt like it was only the green, white, checkered and one of those yellows that came out that really stopped you guys from having a really solid side by side. But your restarts were just that much better and managed to hold him off over the course of the night. Tell us, looking forward now, you've got you're in the points position where you're in the battle for the belt. Are you looking forward to Kansas next week, or is it something that you think you're going to be more on the back foot for?
Kansas has always been a really good track for me. Me and really all the teammates, Justin, Lewis, and Andrew both. Kansas has just been a track that we've been drawn to. And we'll get good practice this week because another league we're in there Wednesday night in these cars. So we'll get a little bit of a test and tune, see how that feels on Wednesday to see what we can do next Monday here. And as far as the battle for the belt, man, this win I know this isn't a win in your in the way they have the playoffs set up, but man, it practically all but locks us in, I think, because we were already up there in the points from what I can remember to begin with. I was kind of right there with Justin and Trevor. So this should put us in solid contention to at least go and be in that Final Four. And then from there, Michigan's also a really good track for us. So this gives some momentum. Been excited to try to win in this league in its inaugural season all season long, and it just hasn't came to fruition. And tonight we had everything line up our way. And honestly, I would say this is actually one of my worst tracks. So to come out here and get a win gives a boost of confidence going into the next two.
Shout out to her. Thank you for your performance.
Oh, absolutely. First and foremost, got to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. What a blessing it is to be able to come and race with these guys each and every week, to be in this league that Ronnie and Josh have put together, and couldn't do it without the good Lord's grace and mercy on my life. So thankful for him. Got to thank Merkel Racing Engines for being on the hood. Todd sponsors this vehicle, has sponsored it. I think we looked the other day, it's been over 3 years that he's been on the car. So it's been amazing to see that partnership continue and be able to represent him in multiple leagues and different broadcasts, just to give him some shout outs there. Thankful for my teammates, Todd Merkel, Andrew Palesci, Justin Lewis. We all had a fairly solid night. I know Andrew and Justin did not get the finishes they wanted, but everybody else kind of had what they wanted. And Trevor too, I can't forget Trevor. Solid night really for the team. So I'll be interested to see where some of the teammates shook out in the points too, because Todd Merkel, this is the first playoff he's ever been in any league, and honestly, I think he's been running fairly well, so I'm excited to see how he's doing and how close he'll be next week. But finally, thankful for the admins in the league and for putting this on. They're doing a great job in their inaugural season. How tough it is to put on a new league, right, and try to get recruitment, but they've done a great job, and all I can see is growth from this point. And then you guys in the broadcast, holy cow. I've seen lots of broadcasts. I've even dabbled in broadcasting a little bit with another league and helped call some races. But, man, the professionalism, the graphics y'all have, the way you present yourselves, man, it is top notch. So y'all do a fantastic job each and every week, and we're blessed to have y'all in DV8 as our broadcast partners.
Oh, thank you very much, my friend. We love doing it, and it's great to be here calling races for you guys. And congratulations again on that first place finish.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right, Maxwell Caldwell, folks. That was first place, and that is going to wrap things up for us here from Homstead-Miami Speedway. Sheldon, what's your walk-away takeaway from tonight's race?
Man, just congratulations to Max Caldwell for being able to get the job done here tonight. And just about everybody that had opportunities to get it done themselves kind of did themselves in. Rough night here from Homestead, but Excited to see what the J&M group is able to do next week. We go to Kansas. Just 2 races left in the season, and I got a feeling this championship's going to come down to the wire.
And we're going to get to see it live and in person, my friends, starting next week at Kansas, which is going to be our penultimate race in this league. So if you enjoyed this race or you're looking forward to a little bit more out of Grid Vision and out of the J&M Group Monday Night Cup Series, we've got just 2 more great races coming your way with the big finish in just a couple of weeks here. So from the entire Grid Vision team, everybody, we want to thank you for watching and for participating in the chat. Especially, we had some great participation tonight. For more information on getting your league broadcast or for starting your league in broadcasting, your career in broadcasting, contact us on Facebook, X, or email us at info@gridvision.live. Congratulations once more to Maxwell Caldwell on winning tonight's race from Homstead-Miami Speedway. This has been Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and our producer, Austin Derbyshire. And hey, we'll see you next time on The Grid.